Hello, hello, my Stampin' friends. It's Darlene. It's Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, and it's time for your weekly Facebook Live. Oh, always just a small adjustment. I thought I had done enough, but there's one more. There we go. All right. I think we're okay. Oh, you can still see the... Let's just do this. There we go. Okay. I like for you guys to have a nice view of my desk. The little area that you get to see of my desk. The rest of my room probably looks like most of yours. I have stuff everywhere. Piles and piles. In the throes of craft fair prep. I have my last craft fair coming up November 15th and 16th at St. Mark the Evangelist, 281 and Thousand Oaks. And this, there's a different flyer, but with the same info posted. It's actually pinned in the featured section of my page that you're watching right now if you're on Facebook. Okay, let me just hop over on my computer quickly and just verify. It says I'm live. Okay, and it's shared. So perfect. Okay, so there's a craft fair, November 15th and 16th. There's the info. There's also a graphic in the featured section of my Facebook page where you're watching this right now on Facebook. So there's that. Stampin' Up! For Demonstrators has challenged us to sell kits in the month of November. And if you sell 10 kits, I get a free pack of paper that nobody can purchase it ever, anywhere. So if you purchase a kit from me in the month of November and help me earn my my free pack of paper, I'm going to share that with you. And I'm going to give you a little sampling of it and show you how to do with the size sample that I'm going to give you. It'll depend on how many kits I sell, but I think it's going to be a 3x4 piece. And I'm going to invite you to a private Zoom gathering where we can jump on Zoom and make whatever kit you bought. We'll make them together. I don't know what kit I'm going to be using yet, but it doesn't matter. We'll all have different kits and it'll be fun. So yeah. So DarleneStampinSpot.com, shop now, and choose me as your demonstrator and order your kit in November to be invited to that. So, yay. All right, so there's that. Club Create for November. Registration is open. We're using the Cheers and Sips suite, or bundle, the paper, the gold ribbon, and this is not part of the suite, so I can't say sweet. Strawberry Slush and Pretty and Pink Gems. So half a pack, full pack, full pack. And here you're going to make 2 each of 4 designs. So here's this one. Oh, they're not in the order I thought they'd be in. I always try to do a fun fold. And this one, and this one. So Club Create has a tab on my blog, DarleneStampinSpot.com. You can hit the Club Create button and you can find out all about Club Create. It is a subscription based for $45 a month, or you can do a single month for $49. So all the information over there on my blog. Right now I'm in the middle of packing up team meeting packets. That's a perk of being on my team. You get to purchase a make and take packet every month. So basically it's a class that you could run yourself if you run classes, or it's just a fun way to get an inexpensive packet. And my team members just pay $15 a month and that's shipped to them. So it's a phenomenal deal. This month we used the Gingerbread Man and the... I have a pack right here. Christmas greetings, mix and match cards and envelopes. So here's one where we made it into a little gift card holder. And then this one, we're going to do a version of this today, this little pocket card. So if you want to be part of my team, you can join and you can sign up and get the monthly packet each month. I might have a little of these left over that I will be selling to customers. So let me know if you're interested in that too, if you want to get this pack in the mail for these 4 projects. Okay, now we're going to use a different sentiment today, but I wanted to show you that I belong to a paper pumpkin tutorial group, my upline Candy Rattray, and a few other demonstrators and we create alternatives, or not alternatives, different projects outside of the paper pumpkin kit, just using the paper pumpkin stamp set. So we don't do alternatives using bits and pieces from the kit. It's showing you how to keep stamping with the stamp set that you already have, maybe even once your supplies are gone. So this is a free tutorial to anybody that is one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. And this was my entry for this month. And I'm going to make this for you, but I'm going to use a different stamp set just in case you want to recreate this, but you don't have the Paper Pumpkin from October. All right, so we've got all my parts and pieces here. We're going to do a bit of scoring, just one. So this is a basic white thick card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5. It's scored at 4 1/4, but then we're going to add an extra score line to create that pocket. So I'm just going to score it at 1 inch. And that's it for that. Let me grab my, take your pick tool over here. I forgot to bring it over. Okay, we'll just put that over there. Okay, so you're going to fold your card in half, crease it with your bone folder, and then you're going to fold this part back. That little 1 inch section, we're going to fold it back, and that's going to create our pocket. Okay, now we've got, that's going to go on the inside. Let's just stamp really quickly because it's, I want it to make sure it dries, although I'm not using the red ink like I did, but I'm going to use from Gingerbread Man, Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice. And I'm going to grab a scrap because I just want to make sure that this is stamping nice. Beautiful. Okay, so stand up so that I can hopefully get this centered and straight. And we're just going to stamp this down onto a nested essential die. Say hello when you're jumping on. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. There we go. And that's all the stamping we're going to do. Now you can decorate your inside. You can attach a gift card here. You could stamp other things on here. I'm not going to do that today. All right. So all that's drying. Let me make sure to grab my silicone now. This was a 6x6 piece, and I just cut it to 3 inches. So it's going to be a little long, but I didn't want to have to fight with it because it's going to cover the whole thing. And so we'll just trim off the extra. And let's use some seal. And don't need to go all the way over to the edge or to the end. And about right there. Okay, that'll be good. That's not going anywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up because it's going to go flush to the bottom and all the way to the edge. That way. And I didn't quite get it. Come on. Okay. Flush to the bottom. There we go. And then edge to edge. And then I'm going to open it up and take some scissors and just cut off this piece right here. You could also just trim this to 5.5 inches, but whatever. Okay. All right. And then we're going to take the Basic Beige Classic Ribbon. If you got one of the Make and Take package, you got 2 yards of this, plus linen thread and embellishments. It's a great deal. All right, so I just pulled out a length of that, and I did a knot in my sample because I had this random piece of ribbon that I wanted to use, and it wasn't long enough to do a bow, but this time I want to do a bow. So let's see. I think that's probably enough to tie a nice big loopy bow. Yeah, and then you can always shift it over to get it where you want it to stay once you tie it. Okay, so it's a nice looking bow. If I can open up those loops and kind of pull it tight, but then I'm gonna hold the knot and pull so that I can adjust the tails. And then you make it however you want, or tie a knot. Okay, so ribbon, scissors, we can angle cut those. And then if you just bow your card just a little bit, you can slide it over like that. Okay, and then this, I didn't do any glue here on the edges. You could if you wanted to, but if you're gonna do a gift card, you just put it on there with a little glue dot and it'll slide right in there, and you still got plenty of room to write a little message. Just like that. So there's the pocket card. So now let's decorate it. So I've got from the Gingerbread Man dies. Oh, and here, just to show you that if you happen to get one of these that it got cut, the edge of it got cut off, but it's not going to matter. And then this little one is a little rough right here on the edge. I'm just going to trim it off. Okay, I'm going to turn these upside down and get some glue on here to get, I want to leave the glue on here for just a minute so that way it won't squish out if you let it dry just a little bit while we're putting the lots of dimensionals on our other pieces. So we're going to put this off to the side for a minute and we'll let those dry a little. You don't want it to dry completely, but okay. Now this is going to go like this, and this is going to go like that. So that's where we're going. But notice that this hangs over that folded edge, so you don't want to put dimensionals here at the top. So what I did so that I wouldn't mess up is I took, let's take some of these edge pieces, just cut some of these, and I know that it's going to go, let's see, centered. So we're just going to put dimensionals here. Make sure that your bow is where you want it, or your ribbon is where you want it. Okay, and then let's get another strip. So that's going to end about right here. So this way I know that it's supported, but it's not going to prevent the pocket from, the little pocket insert from coming in and out because I didn't get my dimensionals too high. All right, then I'm going to need some at the bottom, and then let's just kind of cut these up. We're going to put some here in the middle. I just want it to be supported. I use a lot, I know, but that's okay. All right, so then we'll do here and here, and then I want to do one right here in the middle. So then that way, everything there, that looks nice. And then this is going to go here, and I'm going to, let's see, I've got a new pack right here because I want to use regulars. So I'm going to pop this up onto the label, which means down here, it's going to be a different height. So I'm going to put one, and then I'm going to stack one on top of it. And now we're the same height. All right. Now let's figure out where we want. You know what? Let me do this. Because I'm going to tuck these, the white pieces, the little lollipop with the stick, right, is going to go underneath these. So I'm going to grab some glue. And you don't really need any back here. And I'm going to make this first one go down like this. And then the other ones are going to, in fact, we're going to trim off the ends. So we'll go there. And then we'll try to match the height on the other one. Right about there. Yep. Looks good. Okay, and then I'm just going to snip these off. Okay, now I can take the little pinwheel part and put these down. And that glue, because it's dried, set up a little bit, is not going to ooze out. Okay, now I'm going to do that, and then we're going to do this. So I know that I'm just going to kind of lay that there, and this is going to go here. Okay, so now you can figure out where else you need dimensionals. So we're going to put one, let's just cut this in, you know what? Let's use these, because I have 2 more to finish that sheet, so let's use these. So I need something to support right here. Plus it's going to tack down that little stick there. And then we'll put one here. Okay, now I think that I think we're going to be okay with dimensionals. I got it a little crooked, didn't I? Sometimes it's hard to see when it's laying down. It's a little crooked. Let's scoop this up. Okay, that looks better. All right, then we can pull all of this off. Okay. And while I'm doing this, I want to tell you that I recently joined the platform called Whatnot. It's an auction style selling platform. There's so many different kind of sellers, and it's new to me. Apparently the company's been around since 2019, and I'm going to be selling my retired Stampin' It! Product, not retired, but excess craft product from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, things that didn't get used during craft season because I just can't store them anymore. So I'm going to be selling all kinds of things on there, and I'm going to put a link. Actually, if you go to the featured section on my Facebook page, also sign up for my email list, because there's going to be a direct link in there for a coupon. It's a credit for $15. So when you click on that link, you'll follow me on Whatnot, and you just have to create your account, which means a username, an address for shipping, and then a payment form so that you can purchase. And you have to do that it's just what the platform makes you do, because they need to know who to ship it to and where to send it and how you're going to pay. So, and then you get the $15 credit to spend, and I think I get $5 when you log in and do that. And anyway, so my first auction is going to be, because it's a live auction. It's so much fun. If you've not been on the platform, it can be addicting, but go on there, make sure you follow me. and get yourself verified so that on Sunday, November 9th at 1:30, I'm going to do my first auction. So I'm a little nervous about it. I've not done this before, but I've been watching a couple of people on the app and figuring some things out, and I'm excited about it. So that's November 9th at 1:30. Make sure that you have the app downloaded to your phone or your iPad. They say that it works easier on one of those devices, tablet, phone, and yeah, make sure you're following me. And then you can also see my shows, and you can bookmark the show. You can save it, and it'll send you a notification when I'm going live for any of my other shows too. So super fun. So here's our project. Regular card size, fits in an envelope. You've got your fun little pocket in here that you can add your gift card to, or your message, or, you know, whatever you wanted to stick inside there. So I hope you like my project. There will be a link in the description. Oh, come on, focus. I'll have the link to the YouTube video, because here on Facebook, the video is gonna go away after 30 days. But make sure you hit my blog, darlenestampinspot.com, for all of the information about Club Create, and sign up for my newsletter so that you can get my emails and you'll stay in the know about all the things that are going on. So I thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching this later on YouTube, please make sure to like the video, and I hope that you would consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.